Oh my God. Good pitch, CZ.
Diaz, Toronto, and St. Louis.
Exactly. No, he's been in the league about 3 years.
1-2 pitch, ball, strike three. Didn't waste anything.
Welcome back, Bandits fans. This is the Bandits Hideout, episode number 7 of the official podcast of your defending champion Bancroft Bandits baseball team. And we got another new signing on the line today. It's Tyler Zarella, a right-handed pitcher from Alvin Community College. Tyler, thank you very much for talking to me today. Welcome to the Hideout, man.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Mitch. Quite an honor to be on this podcast.
Well, I appreciate that. First and foremost, very sorry about your spring season getting cut short due to the still developing coronavirus pandemic. Would you care to just, kind of tell me that initial reaction to hearing the news about your season ending pretty early?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the whole situation was unfortunate, and we were just starting to get hot. We were on a 7-game win streak, and then we were playing Wharton. During the game, we found out that, most of these Power 5 schools were canceling their season, found out the College World Series got canceled, and so we kind of thought that this last game against Wharton was going to be it. So, like I said, I mean, a lot of the guys are, visibly upset about their season being canceled. Not really sure how all the eligibility is going to work out, but hopefully it all works out for the best.
Yeah, and it looks like you still had a pretty productive season yourself. More on that in just a little bit. Would you kind of care just to have an opinion on the overall matter? Do you think it might have been a little premature, or do you think it was just kind of like a domino effect, like it was pretty much just bound to happen?
Oh yeah, I mean, we first heard that they would cancel the season until April 3rd and kind of revisit the issue. But honestly, I feel like the NJCAA kind of got peer pressured in by the NCAA closing all the schools, canceling all spring sports. And I just felt like, like I said, NJCAA was kind of peer pressured into it. But like I said, I mean, March 3rd is a few days away. It doesn't really look like the situation is getting too much better. But like I said, I really wish they would have kind of, revisited the issue on April 3rd.
Yeah, that's a pretty fair assessment too. Luckily, though, as far as I know, if I'm not mistaken, the Pioneers season still set to start on time, and unless anything comes up, I'm still pretty certain that that's kind of the plan for all summer leagues. But what's kind of the game plan going forward for the rest of the spring now that you got a lot of downtime?
Yeah, so I just kind of view this as, I guess, like an extended off season. Just a chance to get better. Lift some weights, continue to throw. Really looking forward to the summer. It's basically going to be our spring season. The things that kind of insinuate that is getting some mound time and working on different pitches, kind of like refining my game just a little bit more. So this season, it's really big, and just kind of makes up for that lost time that we're getting with this whole virus outbreak, and them canceling our season.
Yeah, well, we're certainly chomping at the bit for the start of the summer season in Bancroft, and we're very happy to have you aboard the defending champion roster. Let's just go ahead now and meet our new signing, the pitcher Tyler Zarella, and let's just kind of start from the beginning. You're going to come to Iowa this summer from League City, Texas. Just tell me about your high school career at Clear Falls.
So I graduated in 2017. I was a 3-year varsity starter. My sophomore year, I was kind of, just a small little punk kid who ended up getting quite a lot of mound time as a sophomore. I had a fastball, a curveball, and then my favorite pitch was ever got a batter in a 0-2 count. Throw a little knuckleball out there and kind of mess with the batters a little bit. But I had some success there, and it really helped me, going into my junior and senior year. I started to transition into a 2-way. Played center field, batted leadoff for our team. But all in all, coming out of high school, I I really didn't have any offers. I put up some pretty good numbers my senior year. I think I led the team in strikeouts and innings pitched, but yeah, it was kind of unfortunate not having any of these offers. And, so I guess going into that summer, I was really scrambling, looking for a school, and I met the Alvin Community College head coach at a baseball game. I'm just talking to the guy, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm actually the head coach at Alvin Community College." I was like,
Wow.
"Really?" I was like, "I've been looking for a school to play for. Do you mind if I get a tryout?" And he said, "Yeah, sure." So I brought a catcher down to the field. I threw a bullpen. He said, "Yeah, we'd love to take you on." And but yeah, I spent my first year there, and I ended up redshirting. But yeah, all in all, I guess high school ball, really helped me out a lot. Kind of refining my game and getting to the point where I am.
Well, very cool, man. Obviously, you still put in good work in high school ball. You also earned all region and all conference honors there, and looks like you kind of took care of the next question. I wanted to ask what kind of led you to be an Alvin Dolphin, but obviously you pitched very well in your time there. And although this season just got kind of cut short, got about a year and a half under your belts as a Dolphin. Just kind of talk about your time on the mound for Alvin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just kind of want to revisit my redshirt year. So in high school, I mean, I usually got away with, I had, like a mid to upper 80s fastball, and, I could get it by someone. I could throw if I ever got in a jam. But whenever I came to Alvin, a lot of these college hitters, like they're really refined, and how like the whole pyramid scheme works. The more the higher level that you play at, the better the players are going to get.
Right.
So I found out real quick that secret to pitching effectively is keeping the ball down. And one story I like to tell people is the first time that I got to travel in the fall, we were playing San Jack at Flint's Field, and I got my first opportunity to play in a fall game. And I took the mound, and man, I gave up 3 home runs in 1 inning. Shoot, they wouldn't even let me finish in. They cut it short. I was like, man, it doesn't seem like college baseball is the right move for me. And that was kind of disheartening. But I decided to come back, that next year. And over the summer, I got to play American Legion ball. And, we went to Colorado and played in that regional tournament. But after that, I kind of just took all the experience that I had and started implementing it into my game. Learned to keep the ball down. I was working on new pitches. I had a lot of success in the fall. And as a result, I made that spring roster. Just as a guy coming out of the pen, I was just eating up like innings as a reliever. But I really got my big opportunity to, secure a starter spot against, San Jacinto. I came in the second inning with 2 outs, and I closed the rest of the game. I put up 6 1/3 scoreless innings, and after that, I was kind of named our 4th starter. So I kind of excelled in that spot while I had it.
All right, so those are some pretty interesting stories there at Alvin, and over the past course seasons, you obviously saw a lot of exposure, and you've pitched very well for your time there. Your freshman numbers, we saw a 4-1 record on the mound, a 3.2 ERA just as a freshman, and you still saw quality time this spring as a sophomore. You had 34 strikeouts and 34 innings pitched, and had a team best 3-1 record. So you were kind of going into a little bit about this. So what do you think you do best on the mound?
I think probably one of the better parts of my game is being able to manage it. There's a lot of things that come up like in a game, like an error by, one of your fielders, and now you got to throw 4 outs instead of 3. And, for most pitchers, that kind of rattles them a little bit. But for me, I just, I'm really trying to give my team like the best chance to win. If that run comes across, that's another run that my team has to score. And, for me, whenever I get base runners on, I'm really keeping them close to first, just making sure they're not advancing. But one thing that I found that I've been pretty good at getting is, I guess with runners on, runner in scoring position in a close game, I'm able to take like a really competitive, mentality and, really go after the batter at the plate and, just try to get a strikeout or 2 and then maybe get the guy to ground out or fly out. It's just, it's just kind of a competitive edge, in certain situations, kind of get me out of a lot of jams.
I like that. I like that. And you were talking a little bit about this earlier. What are some of the best pitches that you throw, you think?
For me, I don't have to go with the fastball just because, you really got to assert a command with the fastball, and then you can start, sending stuff at the guys. To be an effective college pitcher, you have to hit it with at least 2 pitches. But whenever you're able to mix in a third, the sky's the limit for me. Establishing command with the fastball, and then being able to, land a get me over curveball, and then just having my good 2-strike pitch, like a hard cutter on the outside.
Nice.
That's really my go-to pitch.
All right, man. I'm looking forward to it, to watching you to bust those out. And also, you earned all-region pitcher honors in Region 14 at the NJCAA D1 level, and that's very impressive given the talent level in your conference. Really one of the best at the JUCO level. And I don't know if you knew this yet or not, but you're going to be joined by a couple of familiar opponents as your teammates this summer in Adrian Minhares, a catcher from Bossier Parish, as well as Stacy Bailey, infielder from Navarro. Do you kind of remember playing against either of those guys?
Not explicitly, but I do remember their names being up on the lineup cards and kind of digging through the memory and kind of a few flashbacks what these guys might look like. But that whole Region 14, those guys are ballers, and I'm looking forward to playing with them.
All right, and obviously that earns you your next step, and luckily you still got 2 more years of college baseball, which you'll be playing at Division I Houston Baptist University. Just kind of tell me what led you to join the Huskies.
Like you said, getting that all-conference honor kind of earned me a spot to play in that Texas-New Mexico All-Star game. And, I got my 1 inning to throw, and, I picked up a couple of strikeouts, got to fly out. All right. And, I guess that kind of put me on their radar. But I guess the one thing that really helped me out is we actually played Houston Baptist in the fall.
Oh, wow.
With that community college. And, I had a pretty solid outing there. And I guess they liked what they saw, and they offered me, a scholarship for the next 2 years.
Well, sweet. Did you get to meet Coach Moon, any of the players, or did you go on a visit?
Oh, yeah, we went on a visit. They were real nice down there. They put us in a 5-star hotel. They fed us really well.
Wow.
The whole, Saltgrass Steakhouse and all that good stuff. Got to meet some of the players. Really, the campus seems, really family-oriented, and I feel like it's a really good place for me. And I'm really excited about the future. And,
Well, that's really great to hear, man. But before next fall, you're going to be joining the PCBL's defending champion Bancroft Bandits for the summer. So from what you know about Bancroft so far, would you say you're pretty excited to play your summer up in Iowa?
Oh, absolutely. Whenever I first got the opportunity, I was a little weary about it because, it's like, wow, Iowa, I'm
right
all the way down in Texas. That's quite a drive. I think it's actually like 16 hours.
Yeah.
But, then I kind of thought to myself, I was like, man, like, it's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To go out and experience the great Midwest. So I was like, you know what? Man, sign me up for it. I'm ready for it. And, with our season being canceled, now it's important more than ever to kind of focus on baseball and, make up for lost time in the spring.
All right. So how did Coach Kieran kind of convince you to join the Bandits? Like, what was kind of the recruiting process there like?
He reached out to me on Instagram. He sent me a direct message. And like I said, at first I was really weary about it, but, Coach Coran was, he was really persistent. He's like, telling me like, how good of an addition I'd be to the team. I was like, you know what? If this guy believes in me, go and give it a shot. And, Coran really reached out to me, and he really convinced me because, like I said, I was really on the fence about it. But he kind of calmed my nerves. He told me, how the system would work, and I guess all the planning that goes into it. So yeah.
Well, rightfully so. I mean, it's not every day like you're gonna plan out to play your summer up in Northern Iowa, so I respect that. And
Yeah.
you might be in a bit of a culture shock. It's a pretty small town, but the games, let me tell you firsthand, they're gonna sell out. This is a big
Hmm.
baseball community, so it's gonna be a once in a lifetime team to really play on. But would you happen to have any goals for this season as well, whether it be kind of being on a championship team or whether making that All-Star game appearance?
I guess for me, there's a lot of work that needs to get myself to a level to complete or compete at a Division I school. So for me, I'm really going to try to get on my craft and try to perfect it. And like I said, this is a great opportunity to do it. I guess a byproduct of I guess everybody on the team working on their craft, trying to get better, is of course winning games. And I've seen the squad that y'all put together, and it looks really solid. I mean, I see some guys are batting 400, hitting home runs left and right. I'm really excited about it.
Well, all right. I'm excited too, man. This was Tyler Zarella out of Alvin Community College, a future Houston Baptist Husky as well at the D1 level, but he's going to be suiting up in the purple. But before I let you go, Tyler, is there anything else you'd like to add for the podcast? You want to tell the Bancroft community?
I'm really excited to get to know this town and experience that that Midwest culture. I've heard hometowns have a really good feel to them. They're different, and I'm really excited to be a part of that. Thank you, Mitch, for the podcast and everything. I really appreciate it.
Well, thanks for joining me, Tyler, and thank you for tuning in to episode number 7 of the Bandits Hideout, the official podcast of your defending PCBL League champion Bancroft Bandits. This is your play-by-play commentator, overall media guy as well, Mitch Kieran, saying, let's stay excited for the upcoming season. If I'm not mistaken, I would like to think that the season is still going to start on time by that last week of May and into June and all the way to August. But I for one, am looking forward to it. I'm going to keep trying to reach out to more of these new players so you guys can meet the future squad of the Bancroft Bandits. Again, thank you very much for tuning into the Bandits Hideout. Until next time, go Bandits.